Earlier that morning, I had seen several individuals carrying assault weapons down to the next floor of the building adjoining mine. And I reported it to the police. So all day we were nervous and on high alert. Nobody showed up to help me. I didn't have a bulletproof vest. I didn't have five officers showing up with me whenever there was a problem. We were on our own and we were left to die.
Wow, unbelievable video there. A violent migrant gang is taking over several apartment buildings in Aurora, Colorado. City officials believe these armed men are part of the notorious Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Authorities at the southern border and in several U.S. cities say its members are crossing the southern border and infiltrating more cities across the country. Daniel Di Martino is the founder of the Dissident Project and fellow at the Manhattan Institute. He joins me now. Daniel, thanks so much for joining us today. I want to ask you what you know about this gang. You're from Venezuela, so you probably know more than most, but I believe this is the same gang that is believed to be involved in the murder of the Georgia nursing student, Laken Riley. The suspect, Jose Ibarra, is from Venezuela. What more can you tell us?
Well, what I can tell you is that it's a really sad thing that so many people are coming to this country seeking freedom, that so many Americans are just going about their lives, and we have a foreign gang that is the new MS-13, but from Venezuela coming here. What happened in Venezuela is that it's a country that was destroyed by its socialist regime, right? That's why a third of our population has fled. But unfortunately, that also means that the country has run away of things to steal. And now this gang is in Colombia, is in Peru, is in Chile. This gang is killing people in America. This gang is even helping with the migrants across Panama, across Mexico in the southern border, and is profiting all of this. And U.S. government officials aren't doing enough. The number of people who have been deported from Venezuela over the last 4 years by ICE is only 500. There are more than 500 criminals from Venezuela as part of this gang here.
Yeah, it is astonishing. And to your point, according to the Border Patrol, this gang has been around for about 10 years. They say they started inside of prison walls in Venezuela, spread across Venezuela, across South America, and now, as you saw from that video, are operating in American cities. I want to put some statistics up on the screen here. These are the numbers of Venezuelans that have been apprehended at the southern border over the last 4 years. Look at this. In 2021, the number was 48,000. You get to this year to date, fiscal year 2024 to date, the number has exploded to 230,000 plus. I mean, that is just astonishing. Now, one thing that's good news is that the Department of Treasury did classify this group as a transnational criminal organization. Let's put their statement up on the screen. The Department of Treasury says Tren de Aragua leverages its transnational networks to traffic people, especially migrant women and girls, across borders for sex trafficking and debt bondage. When victims seek to escape this exploitation, Tren de Aragua members often kill them and publicize their deaths as a threat to others. Wow. I guess it's good news that they are classified as a transnational criminal organization, but what more should the U.S. government be doing here?
Well, number one, at least at the local level, we shouldn't have cities protecting illegal immigrants who commit crimes from deportation, right? We have the city of New York, where we are, which is protecting criminals from deportation under the sanctuary law. There are whole states like California that are doing that. We are even housing them at taxpayer dollars, so that needs to stop. And at the federal government, this is a foreign policy issue. What is going to happen with hundreds of criminals from Venezuela and from other countries that don't accept deported citizens? There needs to be pressure on the Maduro regime. We cannot let foreign governments flood America with criminals, and we certainly cannot let them kill American citizens and immigrants here who are just going about their lives and are maybe seeking asylum and don't deserve to be persecuted by the places we fled from.
Yeah, and you know, of course, immigration is a big issue in this upcoming election. It's right behind the economy here. I mean, this explosion of apprehensions at the border happened under this administration. Do you point the finger at them, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is that it's really puzzling that given that it's such an important campaign issue, the administration hasn't done more to stop it, because they could do many things. Number one, they could at least stop people who are not from Latin America from crossing the border, and they're not doing so by putting pressure on other countries. So I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, well, we'll see what will happen there. As I mentioned, it is a big issue in this upcoming election, and the Department of Justice has put out a substantial reward for information leading to the arrest of the leader of this gang. So hopefully they will get that information and make an arrest. Daniel Di Martino, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brian.
Anita, the Trump and Harris campaigns are both pouring money and resources into battleground Georgia, a must-win state this November. A look at where the race stands in the Peach State, that's coming up.